Okay, now we're going to season our flank steak. You have it, if anybody, a flank steak, the way you cut a flank steak, I'm sure your parents know and everything, but you'll see the lines of flank steak going this way. You can see the grain, it's called the grain. Okay, when this is done, it'll shrink to like this big. When you're cutting it, you got to cut against the grain. The grain's going this way, you got to cut this way on an angle in. And when after you cook steak to the temperature, desired temperature, you got to let it set. Take it out, leave it in the pan, put a loose piece of foil over it, and you let it rest for about 10 minutes to 12 minutes. What happens is the juice redistributes into the meat, believe it or not. I'm going to check my roasted garlic now. Let's check it out. Keep the ear nearby. Okay. That's our roasted garlic, and you can see it's all nice and soft and brown. Now what we want to do is take it out of that, because that holds the heat. We want to let it cool, because it takes a long time for you to squeeze this, because it's so hot. So I'm going to actually take it out of there, and I'm going to let it cool there. Okay? Coming back over to the steak. Okay, I got Montreal seasoning. Whenever you're making marinades, dry rubs, you have to make sure you look at the contents of what's in here. It's usually steak, always salt, pepper, and seasoning, but this has salt in it. So we're gonna not want to put salt on it. Always look at what's in something before you add salt to it, because then you'll have a double salt. Dry rub. This is a good dry rub, that's why I'm using it. I was gonna make the own dry rub, but the Montreal steak seasoning is good. You just put it in, and then we're gonna rub it into the meat. We're gonna rub it into the meat. Don't want to overdo it. It's got a little bit of a powerful flavor. Don't want to make it too salty. So that's about it. Well, maybe a little more. Ooh. This tastes best on the grill outside. Also another tip, see there's a lot of tips with this, with grilling. When you put it on a grill, you're gonna lay it this way, any way you lay it. After cooking it for like 7 minutes, you're gonna wanna pick it up and turn it a quarter. Just, you're using it in reference to a clock. If you have it set at 12 o'clock, you're gonna wanna do it at 15 minutes to 12. So pick it up, turn it a quarter inch. That creates beautiful grill marks on the top. And it looks really nice for presentation.